everybody, we're talking once again about the Boss Katana 100 watt head. And we've talked about how this thing sounds, we've talked about the internal speaker. Let's talk about the quality of the heavy distortion sound that you can get with this thing, okay? Now, I'm not out here to try and get extreme metal sounds, but I'm here to get pretty heavy distorted rhythm sounds. And I contend that this thing, its weak spot is that it doesn't sound great. Particularly, it sounds like it's a solid state amp, which it is. It does not sound like a tube amp. And even when you switch it to crunch, which is supposed to emulate a JCM 800 roughly, and you play around with the gain, the volume, the master volume, and all the EQ and the presence, and you really try and get this thing to emulate power stage tube distortion, it still sounds like a solid state amp, okay? Now here's what it sounds like. So that to me sounds like a solid state sound. Let's compare this to the previous generation Roland amp, the GA-112. Okay, this is the previous generation. This is a Roland GA-112 amp. This is another modeling type amp, and I contend that this has a far superior tube-like distortion to the Katana, but you guys can be the judge. This is the kind of heavy distortion sound I can get out of the GA-112. So to me, that has a tube-like character, even at very low volumes. That's why I really like this thing. Now, if you know a way to get the Boss Katana to sound more like that type of distortion, I would very much like you guys to tell me in the comments. Okay, so this amp, it seems to have a very rigid sound character. It produces essentially one distortion sound, even with all the boosters, all the different pedals that are loaded into it, all the emulation, and even with the different modes. You got 5 modes. You got clean, crunch, and so on here. These things brown sound. You've even got the variation, okay? Despite all of this, messing around with the gain, the volume, the master volume, with the presence, with the EQ, and trying a variety of different boosters and other volume and EQ stuff that's emulated, it pretty much has the same distortion sound. You can just sort of turn it up and down, really, in fancy ways. I'm not knocking it. This is a great product, and it's certainly great for beginners. It's pretty reliable. It's pretty rugged. In every other sense, this is a fantastic product. I just wish it could give more of a tube sound. So you let me know if you know of a way to get this thing to sound more like a GA-112 or a real natural tube sound where it feels like the tubes are really, really overdriven and you get that really ballsy, dirty kind of sound out of it. That's what I'm looking to do. I would imagine that is possible. I just don't know the lengths you would have to go to achieve it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this. And if you would have any suggestions for any other types of videos you'd like to see me do with this or any other product in the studio. And we'll go from there. Thanks very much. You guys are awesome. Take it easy. See you soon.